So what's up, guys? Want to talk a little bit about Mortal Kombat 11. The beta comes out tomorrow, so the gameplay is obviously on Mortal Kombat 10 right now, the one that was released a few years ago. And tomorrow I could do gameplay featuring the beta tomorrow. And there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Uh, First off, I know fighting games have a smaller. Let me lower the volume. Doesn't have the widespread appeal, mass appeal that simpler games like shooters do because some people find them hard to get into. So I wanted to talk about how easy it is to jump in once you know really what to do. Because one is like, especially games from the NetherRealm Mortal Kombat Studios, they're like easy to learn and more challenging to master. So they have more jump in ability for newcomers than a lot of people realize. So I wanted to show you guys what you would do if you're interested in playing a Mortal Kombat or an Injustice game or maybe a Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever. Obviously, first thing you want to do is training. You don't have, let's see, the tutorial. Yeah, you could ignore practice right here for a second. And fatality practice, that's not really that important. You can do that much later. You would start a tutorial where they'll give you the basics. I'm not going to go into it literally, but it'll tell you how to jump, dash, block, basic special moves, simple stuff like that, and you can complete that within 5-6 minutes, maybe a little bit, a couple minutes more. And once you got that, you get the fundamental tools. Now, unfortunately, some games like Street Fighter, some versions of Street Fighter and earlier Marvel vs. Capcom games did not have that, which is mind blowing because they're pretty complicated. But Dragon Ball Fighter Z has them, and the Injustice game has them. The Mortal Kombat games have them, and I believe that Blaze Blue tag team thing has it. Very important, and it takes you 5 minutes to get the basics of it, right? Then after that, you want to go into practice. There are two things you want to look for: a character you like. Unfortunately, sometimes a character you may like doesn't have a playstyle that suits you, because multiple characters have different characters have different playstyles, and it's what's up your alley. And then yeah, you look for essentially someone who fits your playstyle. Someone like Kodo Khan over here, or Goro, or Jason over here are lumbering, big, strong men. Don't move particularly fast, but do a lot of damage. Then there's characters like obviously Sub Zero and Takeda. Who else we got? Reptile. They move particularly very fast. A little bit of a rush down, and if you want to be all about speed, that's your thing. Then there's the well balanced characters like Liu Kang and Kitana. Uh, I find Melina particularly complicated, which means there's a lot more to memorize with her moveset, but then that means you have more tools to keep your opponent off guard, more to work with. So there's that. So I'm gonna jump into. I'm actually playing a character I've never played with before to give you guys an idea of how we would do it. So let me try Ferritoro. He's hella easy. Having few moves, let's see, against this. Whatever, who cares? And in this particular game, they have variations. So I didn't really pay too much attention to the variation because I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna main him for real. So you jump into, you've completed practice. That took you a few 5-10 minutes, whatever. You got the basics of it. Then you come to training, which could take longer, but there's some simpler techniques that you can do, especially in games like this, that will make this so much easier. Okay, what I do, you see those little button arrows in the corner? I guess they're good for letting you know if you put the right input in to do whatever you wanted to do, but they annoy me. I have like OCD. I go to practice options, button lock, and I turn it off. Because those little things, those arrows in the corner just annoy the hell out of me. Now here's the one golden tip I really have for jumping into fighting games. Now, to really memorize, you absolutely want to know everything your character does. So it actually does mean memorizing all of this and this. That don't matter. That don't matter. Just if you want to pay attention to basic, a little bit of that, but combos and special moves is the first thing you want to memorize because you don't want to lose a fight because you don't know how to play your own character. So that takes a lot. That's very intimidating, but there's one golden rule and a couple other things. NetherRealm games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice have this feature where you press Y on the Xbox or triangle on the PlayStation console. It memorizes up to 6 moves, so it keeps them on screen for your convenience. so you don't have to memorize too many of them. Look, they're right there. Boom. So you just repeat these on end until you get the hang of them. Now you probably wouldn't even, if you're, I don't know how new you are, XXX, that's so basic, you probably wouldn't even have to put that one up there. Who forgets the basic whatever. Now the golden rule I personally have for doing this, because you know, this, I can't lie to you, you could be here half an hour longer memorizing combos, setups, yada yada yada, and you might be thinking, oh, that's too boring, tedious, yada yada. It can be. The golden rule I have: grab your iPod, your iPhone, your Android, and turn on a podcast. Pick a music album you haven't listened to, a comedy album, or a TED Talk, and just play that in the background, because audio is not important in the game for now. So if you haven't heard the new Tekashi album, the Cardi B album, the new podcast with Mark Maron, whoever the hell you want to listen to, you could just listen to that in the background and be entertained by the music, the podcast, the TED Talk, whatever. And you just do this on end until you get the hang of how your character plays. And I guess that sounds simple, but trust me, it's so lit. Sometimes you might be like, I want to listen to the new this, that, or the third. And I could do two birds with one stone, figure out how this character plays. And you just do it till you feel you got the hang of it. Alright, now that we kind of got into the basics of jumping into a fighting game, alright, so you probably do that 30 to 45 minutes. But trust me, it's not as boring as it sounds like. I actually have a lot of fun doing it. You have a Red Bull, you do it, whatever. Talk a little bit about Mortal Kombat 11. It's coming out. If you haven't, if you haven't heard about what the game is about, the time traveling, go back in time, defeat the villain. I don't really care too much about story mode. I'm hearing instead of 3 variations for characters, there's only 2 per character in the game, and that's okay. I don't really. That's whatever. What else is going on in that game? Noob Cybot got confirmed last week. The trailer's out. Portal Khan, Jackie Briggs. Who else? Who else is out? They put out a trailer revealing Kung Lao, Liu Kang, and Jax. Jax and Jackie Briggs look totally different. I don't like really any of the new looks the characters have. Cassie Cage, I think they did a terrible job. I think she looked awesome in MKX with the shaved side of her head being shaved and the cool Men in Black look, whatever. And in the new game, she looks like a regular blonde, and that kind of annoys me. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I thought Cassie Cage had one of the best character designs in Mortal Kombat X. They just got rid of it for some weird reason, but it is what it is. New Cybot has awesome fatality. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend checking it out. I'm debating whether I'm gonna main. If you're new to fighting games, main means basically your fighter of choice, your go-to character, whatever. If I'm going to main New Cybot or Scarlet, they both seem like really cool characters. It's leaning towards Scarlet, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. And yeah, I'm not really going through the moves you see here on screen because I'm kind of distracted talking about, you know, can't multitask or talk about MK11 and messing around with these moves. Let's see. Oh, that was lit. He's actually kind of cool character. Oh, and surprisingly, it doesn't seem like Ferrator is returning to MK11, which is surprising because he was pretty popular in this game. He was a new addition and a lot of people liked him. So the fact that they don't have the weirdo in is kind of surprising. Shao Tsung got announced as the first DLC character for Mortal Kombat 11. So that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna wrap up this what's it called? How's it called? Gameplay video because I'm about to hit the 10-minute mark on the Xbox and I'm about to start up a new one. So thank you for whoever decides to watch this. Try out Mortal Kombat 11.